The Biden administration blacklisted entities in China, Hong Kong, Iran, India, and the UAE on Thursday for suspected participation in Iran's petrochemical trade. The US Treasury Department has sanctioned an Indian, Mumbai-based Tibalaji Petrochem Private Limited, in what is possibly the first action against an Indian business, for allegedly trading in Iranian petroleum goods. The department said that the company bought petrochemical chemicals, worth millions of dollars, to be shipped to China. The company was one of 8 that were hit in the latest round of sanctions. The majority of US sanctions were withdrawn after Iran achieved a deal in 2015 with the 5 permanent members of the UN Security Council and Germany to restrict its nuclear program capable of being weaponized. However, they were reinstated when former US President Donald Trump withdrew from the agreement and Tehran resumed its nuclear-capable program. Now, the United States is dedicated to severely limiting Iran's illegal oil and petrochemical transactions. The sanctions come as efforts to revive the nuclear agreement, known as the Joint Comprehensive Plan of Action, remain stuck, mostly because Iran wants the International Atomic Energy Agency to stop its years-long investigations into uranium traces found at 3 of Iran's undeclared nuclear sites. The latest economic sanctions are reversible in the event of Iran's return to JCPOA compliance, the Treasury Department noted in its announcement. Secretary of State Antony Blinken said that the US will continue to utilize its sanctions authority to restrict Iran's petroleum exports. He stated, as Iran continues to advance its nuclear program, in violation of the JCPOA, we will accelerate our implementation of sanctions on Iran's petroleum and petrochemical sales under authorities that would be eliminated under the JCPOA. India has complied with the US sanctions placed on Tehran, and its industries have abstained from buying Iranian petroleum products. The alleged deals made by Tibalaji, which calls itself on its website as a developing petrochemical trading firm, do not seem to be for bringing Iranian goods to India, but rather for China. The Treasury Department said that under the sanctions, all of the properties and interests in the US of the 8 companies, or those in which they have at least 50% ownership, must be blocked and reported to its Office of Foreign Assets Control. The Treasury Department further said that this also applies to any Americans who may be in charge of those businesses' assets, and that those who engage in certain transactions with them may also be subject to penalties or enforcement proceedings. The Treasury Department stated that Tibalaji purchased petrochemical goods, including methanol and base oil, for onward export to China, via previously sanctioned arrangements facilitated by Trilliant's Petrochemical Company Limited network. Trilliant is headquartered in Hong Kong and has offices in Iran, China, and the United Arab Emirates.